When her cheating husband tried to sell their home behind her back, she taught him a lesson he'd never forget. Watch how she turned betrayal into triumph. The conference room buzzed with chatter as Amelia's phone lit up with an incoming call. She stepped into the hallway expecting small talk from her husband, Ryan. Instead, his voice came through cold and smug. "I'm leaving you," Ryan declared. "Oh, and I've sold the apartment. You'll need to figure out where you're going to live." Amelia froze. The audacity left her breathless. Her voice remained calm. "You sold the apartment?" "Yes," he replied smugly. "Stacy and I need the money to start our life together. She deserves better than that tiny place anyway." The name hit like a slap. Stacy, the woman Amelia had suspected for months, but instead of anger, a strange calm washed over her. "Sounds good," Amelia said evenly, refusing to let him hear her crack. What Ryan didn't know was the apartment deed had been solely in her name for months. His arrogance and carelessness were about to be his undoing. Amelia's best friend and lawyer, Emma, was livid when Amelia shared the news. "He sold the apartment without your consent? That's fraud." Emma quickly drafted a letter to notify the buyer of the invalid sale. "Ryan doesn't stand a chance. Let's make this official." Meanwhile, Amelia channeled her emotions into work. She wasn't going to let Ryan ruin her. When she returned home, she was ready for the confrontation. Ryan barged into the apartment, waving Emma's letter. "What is this? You're saying I can't sell the apartment? It's half mine." "No, it's not," Amelia replied, holding up the deed. "The apartment has been in my name for months. You signed the paperwork without even reading it. You can't sell something you don't own." Ryan's confidence faltered. "You think you're so smart, don't you?" he sneered. Amelia stepped closer, her voice low but firm. "I've spent years watching you dismiss me. Not anymore. You made your bed. Now lie in it." Days later, Ryan showed up with Stacy, smugly assuming they could move in. But Amelia stood her ground. "This is my home," she said firmly. "Neither of you are welcome here." Stacy's confidence crumbled as Amelia revealed Ryan's lies, including his fraudulent sale. "You mean there's no money?" Stacy hissed, turning on Ryan. "You lied to me?" Ryan begged and pleaded, but Stacy stormed out, leaving him behind. Amelia felt nothing but satisfaction as she handed Ryan his packed belongings. "You have until the end of the day to leave," she said coldly. "You've already overstayed your welcome." In the weeks that followed, Amelia transformed her life. The apartment became a reflection of her strength and independence. The divorce was finalized swiftly, thanks to Emma's meticulous work. One evening, as she sat in her newly arranged living room, sipping tea, Amelia felt an overwhelming sense of peace. Ryan's betrayal had been devastating, but it had also set her free. For the first time in years, the silence in her home wasn't suffocating. It was empowering. Amelia smiled to herself. This wasn't just the end of her marriage. It was the beginning of a new chapter. Amelia's story reminds us that betrayal can be the catalyst for reclaiming our lives. What would you have done in her place? Share your thoughts in the comments below.